How do vulnerability factors impact your ability to manage emotional responses to stress? Do you notice there are certain things that make it more difficult for you to control how you respond to stress or unexpected changes in your schedule or routine? These are called vulnerability factors or all-the-time triggers. In this video, we're going to identify some common vulnerability factors and name some things that you can do to minimize the impact that these have on how you respond to stressors. Thank you for being here. My name is Misty Smith. I'm a licensed mental health counselor, and I am here to help others find meaning, joy, and purpose in their lives. As a person-centered counselor, I believe in meeting people where they are and that we all have the capacity for self-healing. Sometimes we need a little guidance and support to get to where we want to be. One of the most common vulnerability factors that you may already be familiar with is hunger. Have you ever been hangry? Do you find that you have a more difficult time responding to stress, making decisions, or simply keeping your cool when you're hungry? This is in part because you have an unmet biological need that is taking over a large portion of your focus, and this impairs your cognitive reasoning, decision-making, and impulse control. A few other common vulnerability factors include being tired, cold, hot, or experiencing physical pain. You may be familiar with the idea of HALT, H-A-L-T. This technique encourages you to refrain from making major decisions when you're hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. When one or more of your vulnerability factors are present, you are likely to be irritable, easily frustrated, and quicker to react out of emotions rather than using your rational mind to respond. So not only is it a good idea to refrain from making big decisions, it is also important for you to recognize how you respond to stress as well as how you treat others when these conditions are present. Increased self-awareness can help you to take responsibility for your emotions and recognize that it is unfair to take your frustration out on those around you. Conduct regular self-check-ins to notice where you may be feeling stress in your body and identify any vulnerability factors that are present. This may help you to take back control over your emotional responses and improve your ability to self-regulate your responses to stress. Self-check-ins will also allow you to ask yourself, what do I need in this moment to feel safe and comfortable? Give yourself acknowledgement and validation for the uncomfortable and unpleasant emotions. So what are your vulnerability factors, and how can you learn to manage these better to regulate your responses to frustration? If being cold is one of your vulnerability factors or all-the-time triggers, perhaps consider keeping a sweater or a jacket with you. If hunger is a trigger for you, be sure to eat regular, balanced meals and keep a snack that travels well. Something like a protein bar or trail mix. If feeling tired is a vulnerability factor for you, perhaps you can work on adjusting your sleep schedule to ensure that you're getting enough rest. I'd like you to consider what your vulnerability factors are and identify some steps that you can take to mitigate their impact. Try to remember that you have the ability to choose your mood and that your emotions are your responsibility. By being aware of your vulnerability factors and situations that impact how well you're able to tolerate frustration and distress, you can take steps to control how you respond to these. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I look forward to sharing more tips with you soon.